Yay! What day of the week is it? Geez, I don't know. I think it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I forgot lipstick. That's better. Now my lips. Okay. Anyway, happy Wednesday. Wow, it's been a crazy week. The kids are back in school. Yay! I'm so happy. We're trying something new here with the cameras, so let me know what you think. I have attached one camera up higher so that hopefully you can see better what I'm painting. So we'll see how that works. So today we're going to paint this adorable llama. Look at her. Isn't she the cutest? So I just threw out some things on her real quick before I came on here so that I kind of have an idea of where we were headed. And we'll see how it works out. So to get started, we're going to, of course, paint her white. So let me grab some white paint here. And we can get going. You pop on, say hey, let me know that you're here. Let me know if you can hear me. Because the other part of this is I usually use the microphone on my my cell phone as my mic for here. And I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to hear me because I have it up pretty high to get a better view of what we're painting. So if you can't hear me very well, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I don't know. All right, so to get started, I'm just going to paint the body of her white. So, and I put in the description that this could be a Valentine's Day piece. And really, it can. We're gonna put some hearts and stuff on it and kind of make her. I mean, she's not gonna be like over the top Valentine-y. Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word. We're gonna make the word today. So she won't be like over the top Valentine's Day, but she could be a cute little Valentine's Day door hanger or just at any time door hanger. You know, maybe you have a little girl that loves llamas and this would be cute in her room. You could put her name on it, or maybe you love llamas. You could put it in your room. You know, so whatever. But llamas are popular still. So I thought we'd paint this one because what's more fun to paint than a llama, right? So it is Wednesday. I had to think there for a minute when I first got on here what day of the week it is. It is Wednesday. So let me know how your week's going. It's middle of the week. You're halfway there. Kids are back in school, which is awesome. I don't know how long they're going to stay there, but I'll take it. They went back. Well, my youngest went back Monday. Our other one has been in school since last week. He went all last week. We did 1 week with one kid in person and the other kid at school. And so last week I still had the youngest one at home, which is almost the hardest one to have at home because he requires a lot of extra help. I have white paint all over him. He needs somebody to kind of be there with him the whole time to kind of, you know, keep him on track and make sure he knows what he's doing. So it's almost the hardest one to have at home because it requires a lot more attention. The other one is just kind of like, did you get all your work done? You did? Okay, good. You know, check your grades, make sure you not missing assignments, that kind of stuff. But I'm so glad that they're both back in school. It's good for everybody. They do better, I do better, everyone's better. So, let me know how your day's going, how your week's been. All right, so we're just putting a coat of white paint on here. I got paint boogies in there. Don't want those. didn't want to turn that on. This cord. Oh, nope. Get back over there. You're thankful it's Wednesday. Yes, me too. So happy it's Wednesday. I don't know if that cord's gonna stay or not. Halfway there. Didn't get a lot done on Monday because hubby stayed home from work, so spent the day with him. We went grocery shopping and, you know, did all those fun things that you have to do as an adult. And then yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I was gonna come on yesterday, but I don't know what I did. But I didn't. I think I finished up a few orders that I had. People are still ordering Christmas ornaments, so it's a great time as you're putting up your Christmas stuff. If you're thinking, hey, I wish I had bought those ornaments, now is the perfect time to order them because I'm going to get them out fast because I don't have like 1,000 ornaments to make. So if you're wanting Christmas ornaments, I do still have them available. They're all on my Etsy shop, so you can jump over there and take a look and go ahead and order those. I knew there was something I needed at Michael's today when I was out this morning, and I completely forgot what it was, so I didn't stop. And now I'm remembering. White paint. It's almost empty here. I know. Leave that upside down. I do have some other white paint. I just don't like it as much. But I may have to use some of it. All right, so I did sketch out like some designs on here, and I'm just kind of with a pencil before I got started, but I'm just painting over top of them right now. It's not that big of a deal. I just kind of wanted to see what I wanted on here. I have a general idea. I try not to wing it too much. Always stop at Michael's. But see, that's why I didn't stop, because if I had, then I probably would have bought stuff I didn't really need. I'm sure I could have used it eventually, but I really wanted to stop and look at see if they had any Christmas stuff left, because when I was in there last week, it was 80% off. And I bought a few things of ribbon and just some general stuff that I knew I would use next year. And then, like, as soon as I left the store, they emailed me a 20% off coupon off of clearance items too, which they don't send those out very often. I was like, dang, I could have used that on my Christmas stuff. So I highly doubt they have any Christmas left at this point, but they had quite a bit when I was in there last week, more than they usually do. They usually don't keep that stuff very long, but I'm sure that this darn COVID is playing into how much people are shopping. Christmas clearance and all that jazz, you know. All right, so got a good coat of white. I'm gonna make sure I hit the edges. Trying to dump the rest of this out of this bottle. Waste no paint. Sorry, hold up. Oh, I forgot to turn the do not disturb on. I think you'll come back in a second, maybe. Maybe. Where are you? Pause. Why are you not back on? Oh, crap. Pause. I don't know what's happened. Can't. The video is gone. Why?
Okay, maybe now you'll be back. While I'm up here, I'm gonna turn on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, now maybe that won't happen again. Jeez Louise. Okay, sorry guys. I usually try to turn on the Do Not Disturb so that doesn't happen. And because otherwise when I use my cell phone for the top camera, and when it rings, then poof goes the connection. And I forgot to do that. So, yay, we're back. Okay, back to what we were doing here before all the craziness happened. We are painting our llama. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties this morning. That's what I get for trying something different. All right. So I'm just making sure I'm hitting my edges here. I cut these pieces with a jigsaw, so I want to make sure that I don't have that exposed wood on my llama. Thank you. She says it's too cute. All right, so I'm really curious. How do you say your name? Is it Valissa? I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Now we're doing crazy things again. Okay, we're back. Sometimes you just have to roll with it, right? I know, Vivian. Just go with the flow. It is really hard when you are I'm kind of a type A and I need things to be just so. I have a hard time going with the flow sometimes. Not when I paint, but like with other things in life. And all right. Oh, there's blue in that white. That's nice. Wonder how that happened. Well, she might have a spot of blue on her, Miss Llama. All right, so just kind of smoothing this out, making sure I don't have too many streaks, making sure that it's got a good, I pronounced it right. Awesome. Yay, good. Okay. All right, so we've got a good coat on our llama here. I see a little bit on the camera, but right there. We got this third bottle of white paint. We're using a lot of white paint today. There really wasn't very much in either one of those other ones. So let's touch this up here. This is my not as favorite paint, so but it's okay for going over with a second coat. And it's just not the same quality as the Deco Art. It's not as thick and it doesn't have as nice a coverage, but that's what I said. We're not completely out of white paint. We just don't have the one I really want to use. Alrighty. Trying to get that on there before all that dries up too much. Don't have big brush marks in it. Okay. Looks good. Can you order a llama? Yes, Vivian. I do have like the unpainted ones. Is that what you're wanting? Okay. So we got that. I'm gonna do I'm gonna make his tail a lighter gray color. So this is a slate gray. I might mix it with a little bit of this white. So I don't want it to be too different, but I do want a little bit of variation in the color here. Well, that brush needs to be cleaned. It's very bristly. All right, and I'm just kind of swirling this on here so that hopefully as I mix it with the white, it kind of gives it a little bit of like texture, so it looks fluffy-ish. Right to the edge there. All right, so we got our tail. And then I'm going to do her hooves in a darker color. We'll do black. All the paints are emptying here. All right. That might be the last of that black. It's time for a whole bunch of paints. All right. We're going to do black on the hooves. I'm just making sure I hit the edges down here as well. Or Vivian, if you want to send me a message, I can tell you too where I got the blank. I cut these myself, so I can send you to the shop where I got the blank, and you can order a template and cut it yourself if you're interested in doing that too. I just use a jigsaw to cut all of my wood blanks. I'm hoping to get a scroll saw to play with. Hubby said he might go get me one tomorrow from his dad's. So that would be nice because that would be fun. All right. Sure got this all painted. Our little boobs are black. All right, and while the rest of her dries, I'm gonna paint part of her little blankie here. So I want to keep it Valentine colors. So we're gonna do some pinks and some purples and maybe some blue. So I've got a whole bunch of paint here. I got some blue. This is called Sea Breeze. That's one of my favorite blues. And then I've got a couple different shades of pink and 2 different shades of purple. So kind of some fun Valentine colors. And I'm going to make sure I turn all these upside down so that we have paint on the bottoms of them. So we'll start with this bubblegum pink. All right, and I didn't paint the blanket when I went over it with the white. I didn't paint any of the blanket so that I wouldn't have to worry about covering up the paint. So let's just start here. Our triangles. Got those on there. Oh, there you are. I don't know why the internet is doing that. Our internet has been so bad lately. I thought for a little bit it was because the kids were all home and we were doing e-learning and all that fun stuff, but I'm not so sure anymore. Now I think maybe it's just our internet. Back in October, we bought like a booster for the Wi-Fi, and I bought, we got a new box for it, a new router and a modem. We ended up getting a separate router and a separate modem because I've heard that helps, speed up the connection. And it's still just awful. So I don't know what's the problem. I think part of it is our internet provider, but we really don't have many options where we live. There's like one company, so it just kind of is what it is, but it's annoying. Okay, so I got those triangles painted. I'm going to do, oh Jesus, I don't know. Let's do this blue. do the stripe across her blanket right here in this pretty blue color. I love that bubblegum pink. It is like my favorite pink that I have right now. I don't know what it is about it, but and I'm not a big pink girl. Like, it's just not my color. But that bubblegum pink is so pretty. There's something about it. Alright. So I'm just putting these stripes on here. I'm just trying to keep the blanket symmetrical, I guess is maybe the word I want. I just want to make sure there's like a pattern. Maybe symmetrical is not the word I want, but I want it to be cohesive. I want there to be like a pattern, like it was a blanket that you bought from the store. That makes sense. All right, let's do purple. So this is a darker purple. And I'm going to do the other stripe in this purple. That is, it's kind of a turquoise. It's called Sea Breeze is the color that it is. So it's a real light turquoisey blue. I think it goes really well with Valentine's Day colors. Like when you don't want to use like just pink and red. I like it for that. Kind of something different. But that still kind of blends well with those colors. Alright, so I got that purple on there. And I'll put another royal purple right here. My brush got a little wonky there, but that's okay. This is a handmade blanket this llama's wearing. So it's not perfect. Alright. Usually when I'm painting lines, I like to set my hand down, but I'm not sure that white's completely dry, and I don't want to drag my arm all the way through it. So I'm trying to be careful not to do that. Okay, so I'm going to use this. This is a royal fuchsia, and it's a darker pink. And we're going to do the other set of triangles in this darker pink. This probably is not the best brush. Should have picked yeah, I can't do that with that brush. Not a good choice. Let's try that again. There we go. So I picked a flat tip brush. I picked up a round brush. I don't even know why I did that. It's not going to work for painting triangles. The rest of his triangles on her blanket. I got a little crazy over here with the blanket, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I'll have to clean that up with some black in the end. It's not quite rectangle-ish on that end. It's a little lopsided. But I'm going to take some black when I'm all done, and I'm going to go around the blanket on the edge anyway. So we'll just straighten it up then. All right, so let's see this triangle here. So I don't think I'm going to put any words on here today, but you definitely could put some words on here if you wanted to. You could put, I've seen one that says like, love you a llama. So love you a llama. So that's kind of cute. We'll play on words there, and that would be cute for Valentine's Day. Or if you were gonna put this in like a nursery or your little girl's room, you could put, you know, like their name on it. And that would be really cute too. I know a lot of little girls really love llamas. So you could paint their name on it. It's kind of like their sign for their room. Or you can just leave it plain, not put anything on it. Which is what we're gonna do today. Because I'm just not feeling words today. I may put words on it later. I just didn't want to put words on it today. Alright, so I'm going to put a stripe of that dark pink up here at the top of her blanket. I'm going to hit that top edge as well and make sure that's painted. Alright, and then I put these little bubbles here because earlier was running out of shapes. So I was like, I don't know what else to put on the blanket. So we'll just paint this pink too. Stick with our pink theme here. Like the little pop of blue. And then we'll just kind of put these in pink. So no, I'm not being super precise. I'm just kind of putting some shapes on here. Again, it's a handmade blanket that this llama is wearing, and so it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, and let's rinse that out and do, I'm going to turn you guys just a little bit because I keep leaning the opposite direction. Oh no, not purple because we already have purple up there. Let's do turquoise. We'll throw some more of this turquoise in there. We may need to touch her up with a smidge of white over there in the corner. Alright. So I'm going to clean that up a little bit so it's a semi-straight line. Well, there we go. So there's a blankie. I want to put some little jewels on it. So let's go with, not that brush. Thinking here. I wonder. I'm looking for a sponge here. Okay, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna use this little spongy guy. I'm gonna put some pom-poms on her blanket. So this is just a little sponge that I got from Michael's. They come in a pack of like 8, I think. I don't know. You get a whole bunch of them. They're kind of all different sizes. They're Martha Stewart, but it's just a sponge inside a plastic case here, and they're great for painting perfect circles. So they come in all kinds of sizes. I don't know. I only have 2 right here right now, but this is the other one. Another one. This is just a different size. So they come in all different sizes, and they are perfect for painting circles when you need a perfect circle. So when you use them, you just go down into your plate, and let's do turquoise. We're going to push, and then when you use your sponge, you just want to clean it off a little bit before you put it onto your piece. I think that's technically called offloading. I don't use big fancy words like that. Just kind of go with the flow. And then when you do it, you just push down and twist a little bit to get that perfect little circle. Now, I could have painted those with a brush, but they're not going to be perfect. They're going to look like lopsided ovals. So this is much better for getting a cute little circle, and so much easier. Like, I could spend all day trying to paint a perfect circle. But this way, I don't have to worry about it. So I love it. And these things really aren't that expensive. I don't know how much they were, but of course, they're probably not on sale very much. And so I used a coupon, because if it's not on sale, you can use a coupon. So I used like one of those 40% off coupons and got them, I think, for like $10, for like 7 of them. However many there were in a pack. So it's a good deal. All right, and we're gonna put not with that brush. Smaller brush. I'm gonna put a little triangle on the bottom of our circle. It's like a little tassel. There we go. Okay, I need to clean up the edges of my blanket. So I'm going to take a different brush. I like using a lot of brushes when I paint today, apparently. Funny how that works. Sometimes I use like 2 brushes the entire time, and sometimes I dirty like every brush I own. It's just weird. Okay, we're just gonna go around the outside of her blanket. The white is drier now. Still a little damp, but it's drier. I can feel it in my hand here. Just kind of clean that up a little bit and give it a nice clean edge. All right, I'll turn her a little bit so I can get to the other side. If you're trying to do things like this, where you're like lining things, you can get your paint a little more wet, and it'll flow a little bit better on your piece. We do the same way with the paintbrushes, Vivian. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I use like every paintbrush, and sometimes I use like 2 paintbrushes. There's no happy medium. All right, there we go. Okay, so now she's got her blanket on. Let's see, we need to do her ears. So let's take some gray, and I'll just use the same brush, and we'll just give her some ear, inside of her ears, whatever you, I was gonna say ear holes, but that's really not what those are. Give her ears some shape and some shadowing. That sounds a little bit better. 3 or all of them. I know. I own a lot of paintbrushes. It's not good when I use them all. And then that's a lot of paintbrushes to wash. Oh well. I was planning on giving them a good deep cleaning today, so maybe my brain knows that. So it's like, let's just dirty them all. Alright. Now her ears have some shape. Okay. While I have this brush, I'm going to give her a little bit of... No, I'm not going to do that yet. Just kidding. Alright, we're going to paint her nose and her eye. So, let's see. She needs an eye maybe right about here. And it's just going to be closed because I don't know how to paint llama eyes. So it's pretty eyelashes. How do I deep clean my brushes? So what I do is I use Murphy's oil soap. I don't know if you can get that. You're in Canada. I don't know. Surely you have something similar. It's a wood soap is what it is, but it's an oil soap. So I use that. I soak all my brushes in that for about 30 minutes with some hot water. And then I take and I boil just plain water on the stove. So just plain hot water on the stove. And I take my brushes and I dip them in one at a time in the boiling water for just like 30 seconds. And what it does is it smooths them back out. So like when you get them and they're like this is crazy. See how crazy that is? Once I dip it into the boiling hot water and I pull it back out, it'll be nice and flat again, like it was when you bought it at the store. It's amazing. And it's like having all new brushes. I love it. after like I've done a couple paint parties or even after I paint, because sometimes I don't rinse my brushes very well. I'm really bad about that. I like to do a deep cleaning on them because they're not the same. All right, so we're just giving our nose a little highlight. That's too wet. Yeah, let me know how it works for you, Vivian. I love it. And it does take a little bit of time, especially when you have a bazillion brushes, but it makes them so much better to paint with. It's like having new brushes again. There's nothing better than having brand new brushes. Okay. I was going to go to that gray again, and I keep forgetting that I want to put a necklace on this llama because every llama needs a necklace. So let's see. We're going to do 3 strands. So we're just going to go across there. And so I'm dipping my brush in my water and then into my paint so that I don't want it to be super wet, but I want it a little wet. You're welcome, Debbie. Let me know how it works for you. I saw it on TikTok. Tamara Bennett, she uses the method with the boiling water. I have always used Murphy oil soap. I actually had an art teacher when I was little who would soak her brushes as she was using them in Murphy's oil soap. She would put some in her paint water, and so that kept them clean. I don't like to do that because I like to use my water to paint with a lot, and so then it gets gross. So I don't like to do that, but I do like to soak them, deep soak them in that Murphy's oil soap. It does get all, even if you have them and they're all like, see how this brush is all gunked up and you can tell there's paint in the bristles where I didn't rinse it very well. All that will come out. It might be stained, that blue color when I'm done, but the paint part of it will come out, which is nice. Okay, on her necklace here, I'm gonna give her some little beads, so some little circles, and we're gonna give her some little hearts. I feel like I need 2 brushes to do this. Okay, let's see. And I'm gonna use kind of the same color scheme I used over here on her blanket, over here on her necklace. And I'm just freehanding this, which may or may not be a good idea. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I need another brush. I really am just gonna dirty a whole bunch of brushes. So. But I want to wash them every time because I'm just gonna use them again here in a second. All right. So put turquoise bead. We'll put another pink heart. That doesn't really look like a heart. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Purple bead. Let's do a turquoise heart. Why not? Pink bead. Right there. Oh, I like that. That looks good. Okay. Debbie, how long have I been painting? Well, like whatever this is professionally. This isn't professional. I paint. So I've always painted. I was homeschooled as like growing up. So my mom encouraged us to do, all kinds of art. And so we had art lessons and we painted. We did, whatever. She was super great about that. So I did, art in school and stuff. So I've always loved painting. If I wanted to do it, my mom would go out. She would buy me every color of paint I wanted and whatever supplies I wanted, and within reason. And we would do it. So I loved painting growing up. As far as like this is my day job kind of painting, about a year, I guess. I quit my real job, as I call it, and I worked at a hospital. and I was having really bad migraines and just really sick. It was just a stressful job, and so I couldn't do it anymore. And so it came about to where I didn't work there anymore, and kind of wanted something to do at home. And this is relaxing and it's enjoyable and it's stress free. We all need less stress in our lives, right? And so I started painting, and I started offering these items like the door hangers, and I do art kits and stuff too. I started offering those in my Etsy shop, and then like when I go and do shows, and it's just so much fun, and you don't have to be super good at it to do it, because everybody's art is different, you know, and I'm not like the most amazing artist in the world. Sometimes I look at my stuff and I'm like, did my kid paint that or did I paint that? Yes, all these are my original artworks. I did. Sometimes you run out of space to hang your paintings. So I was like, why not? We'll hang them on the wall. So it gives you something to look at, right? As you're scrolling through. All right, so let's see. Blue bead. So I love this because it gives me a chance to make some money and some income, and it gives me a chance to do something I love. And I think it's important, especially as women, that we learn to find something that we can de-stress in our lives. I don't know about you, but I hold a lot of like just stress, everyday stress from my kids and my family or just whatever on my shoulders. And it's important that you learn to find something that you can do that will give you a little less stress in your life. Thanks, Vivian. So I paint in our basement, which is not finished. So this is just concrete wall. And so I was like, I've got to have something to look at besides a concrete wall. So I hung them all up there with command hook. And it's nice because then when I get tired, I can move them around a little bit or try something different. Put some more seasonal ones closer to where you can see them. All right, I'm going to touch this black up a little bit there. Okay, so now she's got her necklace on. I like that. I think it looks good. Okay. I think the only other thing I really want to add is some like fur. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to take my black and a little water, and this is a really small brush. It's like a number 3, and we're just going to do some real loosey-goosey, swishy lines. Those are technical words. Loosey-goosey and swishy. Just so she looks fluffy. So I don't want her to look boring. It's kind of all dried up there. All right, we're gonna mix it a little with some water and this white that's next to it. And just kind of go with it. Let's see, I can't quite reach her ears. So let's give her a little definition on her ears. Kind of around her chin and her neck. Just so she doesn't look so flat. I don't want any flat lines here. All right, we're gonna give her tail a little more. Poof. All right. There we go. There is our llama. So like I said, if you wanted to, you could write some words across her. You could put your kid's name on her, your name, you know, whatever you wanted. Kind of make her your own. She is sassy. I like it. All right. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope to see you around. Be sure to like my page so you can make sure you know whenever I'm live. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.